Let's talk about eating on the go. If you're like me and most of my clients, your eating is the last thing that you want to do for you, or what last thing you want to spend time doing, right? We don't want to wake up 30 minutes earlier. Who has time for that? We don't want to wait 30, 40 minutes. Who has time to wait 30, 40 minutes for a meal? A lot of times, we're cooking something up, chefing something up real quick and taking it with us as we go out the door, or, getting in the Uber, or, hopefully not driving and eating. Nobody does that, right? But, a lot of times during the day, you don't have time to cook your own meal throughout the day. Like in the middle of your day, like your lunch break, you get 30 minutes, to actually eat. You don't have 30 minutes to prepare food and eat. Or you're traveling and you don't have your own kitchen, so you're kind of relying on whatever's close to you. Or, you're traveling in, or you're taking clients out, or you have dinner dates and stuff like that, where, you're not in full control of the options, right? Like if somebody else chose the restaurant for you, or you're at a conference and they chose the menu for you. These are common things that people run into. So if you're eating on the go, most of us don't eat most of our meals from our own kitchen. What are some things that you can consider? What are some things that can help you? I'll share a little bit about what I do and what I help my clients do. So, for me, I'm usually out the door pretty early every day. So I stick to the same breakfast that I don't have to think about what it's going to be. It's 99% of the time, I'm going to just scramble some eggs and make some oats. And that takes me a grand total of 10 minutes to do. And I do it while I'm getting ready. So first thing I do, get up, go to the bathroom, wash my face, brush my teeth. Then I'm heading to the kitchen, put the pot on the stove, warm it up, get my eggs out, get my oatmeal out, get all the ingredients out. I like coffee in the morning. I hit the coffee machine, get everything done at once, go back in the bathroom, do whatever is the next step of things, come back, pan's heated. Then I can just take that oil, put it on the pan or Pam, and, crack your egg. Basically, what I'm trying to say is I don't really have time to do it, but I can make time to do it because in my schedule, I might be gone from 5 a.m. till 12. And if I miss that breakfast, I'm going to be behind the 8 ball for the next 5 hours and hungry and trying to drink as much water as I can, and probably going to go make a bad decision because I won't have a lot of time to eat something healthy, and I also won't have a lot of energy to make a healthy decision. So I'm end up calling something in, like some from a deli. It's going to be pancakes. It's going to be pancakes, waffles, or French toast. And that's really what happens. Like instead of me taking that 10 minutes to make some scrambled eggs, even if it's just the eggs, and I may not have time to make the oats, it sets myself up in a way where I can get that protein on my belly, start my day off in a certain manner that sets me up for success with my future decisions that day. So that looks different for everyone. Sometimes it's just grab a yogurt, spill some yogurt into a cup, put your, whatever you like in there. One of my clients likes pomegranate seeds, your fruits, your cinnamon. Cinnamon is a great hack, by the way, for people who are looking for some things that are going to help you get the sensation of sweet without the calories. But, make sure that you have some containers in your kitchen that you can eat on the go with. Like for me, I'm grabbing the same little plastic bowl I have because it can't break on me. I put my eggs in there. And then I grab another bowl, and I have a certain way I carry it. I'm not suggesting you do this, but the point is figure out what works for you to make sure you're being consistent, because consistency is going to be the most important thing in helping you prepare for and actually carry out making better decisions with your health. So breakfast, quick option, scramble some eggs or hard boil some eggs and have them ready in your kitchen the night before, or do overnight oats, or just do oats in the oatmeal in the microwave. Or, yogurt's another great option. Just spill some yogurt in, add a couple good fruits and some nuts, and take that with you on your day along with some water. Breakfast done. Next, like lunch. Okay, you're having lunch on the go, you're traveling maybe. One of my favorite things to do is to just pack the salad that I made maybe the day before. So when I'm making salad for dinner, I try to make at least 2 or 3 containers. So that way I make one salad once, but I have days of salad. And it's going to help me make a better decision. If I know I packed my salad with me and it's in the fridge at work, I feel a little bit more guilty. Not a whole lot, but a little bit more guilty going to whatever store and ordering like a lunch, because it's like, no, you have a salad here at least. You can just take that salad over to a grocery store with a hot bar and add a protein to the salad. One, it's much more cost effective, and two, I don't have to think. I make less decisions that way, right? But whatever that looks like for you, maybe you order like, from Chopped or, Sweet Leaf or any of those salad places, make a quick decision that you can have delivered to you, right? But keep those on your favorites list and whatever your meal service prep app is. One of my clients recently had like a work function where she, took the team out, and everybody was ordering like whatever the fried food on the menu was. And, she's lost 8 pounds. She's been working really hard for a long time, lost 8 pounds. And she just decided she wasn't going to have that. So, I also want to make some room here to credit just willpower and keeping your goals in front of you. When it comes to making the right decision, like they were actually pretty shocked. I remember she said that she asked if anybody wanted dessert, and they all said no because they got their fill already from the fried foods and stuff. And she was a little disappointed because maybe she would have like took the dessert, since she didn't have the fried foods or whatever. But point is, I want to make a little bit of space in here that's not just like a hack. That's just like, make a good decision. Like do the best thing you can at that menu for wherever you are, right? Most likely they have a salad on the menu. It's probably not what you want to look, you got to find it. Yeah, that just sharing that story, because those are your proud moments too, those are the moments that really move the needle for you, right? Those are the moments that if you stack those small wins over time, you're going to find yourself in a whole nother place with more willpower. You've built up your willpower with those types of decisions too. So lunch, just do whatever you can. If you're not in control of the menu, if you're eating out or you're at a conference, make the best available choice. You already know what it is, right? You just sometimes need keep a reason in front of you that's big enough and more important enough for you to make that choice. When it comes to dinner we'll address snacks after. When it comes to dinner, it's always going to be protein. You're going to focus on a protein and vegetables. But here's where you can have a little bit of fun depending on what you did that day, right? If I just had a hard workout, like before or after a hard workout, it's okay to have a little bit more carbs, right? Like fun foods, right? We're always going to have a piece of fish or a piece of meat or steak or whatever that is on our plate. We're always going to try to put some greens on that plate. How much potatoes or rice or brown rice or quinoa we have on our plate may depend on just how active we were that day and where we are in our nutrition journey. So if you're not home when you eat and you're eating dinner out, say you go to a friend's house, right, for dinner, you're not in control of what they made, right? But you are in control of how much you eat and how much you enjoy of it, right? So think portion control, not food choice control all the time, right? So if you're traveling or you're eating on the go, you may not have control over what food's available, but you can also make your plate in a certain way where you're gonna have to get seconds, right? Maybe a smaller first plate, try it out. If you enjoy one or two things, then go back and have another plate of that, or at least it puts you in a position where it's not just sitting in front of you. You have to maybe get up and make another effort to go somewhere and grab that second plate. So you can kind of control your intake in other ways other than just what's available and being in control of cooking or not. So just a few things that may help, if you're one of those people that do most of your eating not at home, like many of my clients and myself. Preparation is going to be your best friend. Willpower. And knowing your why, right? You have to know why you want to eat differently. Why do you want to be the one that orders the salad and not the fried food, right? That's gonna be the most important thing in your actual success. So if this helped, if this added value to you in any way, I want you to like, share, comment, send it to a friend who you think may want to hear it. And if you would like a custom meal plan for somebody like yourself who travels often, or just some meal guidelines, then DM the word nutrition to me and I'll reach out to you and see how I can help you with a custom meal plan that's going to help you reach your goals.